Hello, everyone, and welcome to my new show, Your Stars with Mirjam here on SBTV UK. I'm very happy to see you all today. This is my third show. For those of you who have not tuned in last time, I'm Mirjam. I'm a psychological astrologer, and I've been working in this field professionally for 12 years. And yeah, I absolutely love my work, and I love helping people. I love guiding people, and that's what I'll be doing in the second part of the show. I'm going to be looking at some of your charts and hopefully be able to give you some advice pertaining to your life situation at present. Yeah, I hope I'll also be teaching you a little bit on the side, and I hope that you all will be enjoying this show as much as I do. Right, guys, we're already in Aries season, so really time has flown. The sun has moved into Aries on Sunday, so just 2 days ago. It marks the beginning of spring, and the beginning of spring is it's always a very important date in astrology, because in general, what we're looking at in astrology, we're always interested in the first moment where something starts, right? Like in the event of a birth, that is the moment that you enter your life. So this first moment is always important in astrology, and beginning of springtime, the beginning of Aries season, it's just all about this fresh, bold, new energy emerging. You can see it when you just look at the flowers and the trees. You know, I've seen some beautiful, gorgeous magnolia yesterday. Absolutely love magnolia. They're my favorites. Daffodils, always around Easter time, around March. And so these are the signs really of something new, and it's this exciting energy. You know, we're being inspired to after the long, cold, dark months of winter, we're being encouraged to step forward and to take on a new challenge to prove ourselves, which Aries is all about. So I'm an Aries sun myself, so hopefully this season will be a very prosperous one for me, and by the way, for other fire signs most likely as well, or people who have a moon in fire, maybe in Aries, in Leo or Sagittarius. Although I have to say, I don't know about you, please let me know in the chat box if you have had any experience with that. We are still like in the after phase of a full moon. Recent full moon was on Friday, and it was a full moon in the sign of Virgo. And I'm normally not the person who gets, you know, very strong reactions or emotions whenever there's a new moon or a full moon, which happens every 2 weeks. But this time around, it was a full moon in Virgo, and because I'm a Virgo rising and I have a moon in Pisces, so this is my main axis, right? So this full moon was bang on my main axis, main constellation, and that hit my natal moon also full on. And it really brought up this nervous and insecure energy, a lot of stress around things that have to do with organization, like daily routines, organizing your daily life, potentially some difficult circumstances, and you just somehow have to find your way around that to still, you know, make it happen, or to be on time, or to just get your chores done on time. So, you know, that kind of stress, and I really felt that full on. So if any of you had similar experiences, please let me know. Also, if you have any questions in general, please always use chat box. Just ask me anything generally about astrology, or even anything specific. More than happy to answer your questions. And yeah, let's do some hellos and greet some people. There is Shivi. I hope I can pronounce that correctly. Rajai, hi. Hello Terry again. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Christine. Hi Lisa. Thanks for coming on. Hello to Belgium, to Nadia. Hi, Mr. or Mrs. Pradhan. Hello, Australia. Hi, Beverly. Lovely to see you. Welcome. Hello, Martin. How are you? Yes, thank you. Thank you for that message. Yes, it was indeed powerful. Most likely, those of you with planets like Sun or Moon or rising in either Virgo or Pisces may have felt that particularly strong, especially when if you have the planets or the axis in the later degrees of the sign, and potentially also some Cancer or Scorpio risings, because that will give you the vertical axis of Virgo Pisces. So you may have felt that as well. So yeah, maybe some of you have made some experience with that. Who else do we have? Hi, Sharon. And there is Tony, my friend Tony. Good to see you. Mwah. Yeah, Trish, hello. Where's... Hello to Wendy. Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Sharon. And hi, Denise. Hello, Pamela. Sorry? What was it? Marguerite. Yes, hi, Marguerite. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Natalie. Hello, Mia. And Cheryl, hello as well. Yeah, thank you for everyone who's coming on. Also, thank you for everyone who's watching later. And I'm aware some of you can't make it at this time, but I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. What have we got here? I felt very drawn to declutter. Had a real bad headache. I'm a Virgo. Oh yes, yes, that is totally. I really actually absolutely feel your words. That is very, very Virgo. The clutter is obviously something that Virgo hates, and the clutter is being represented by the opposite sign of Pisces. So with the Sun in Pisces and the Moon in Virgo, that heightens the awareness. Actually, I've got a friend, and she has a Virgo mum. And she said to me, look, the way this affected my mom, she just got into this cleaning obsession. She just started like cleaning everything like crazy. So that's a proper Virgo reaction. Yeah. Also, yeah, headaches or any like smaller pains can be these are probably the two of the most sensitive signs in the whole zodiac. Yeah. So and they will have this is like the psychosomatic axis as well. So whatever affects you emotionally, if you have stuff on Virgo Pisces axis going on, right, that usually means that you're also quite prone to having a physical reaction, even like a minor one. For example, Virgo also rules direction with digestion, which is like my weak point. Otherwise I've like almost like zero problems, but that's where I'm really, I'm really sensitive. So yeah. So we have Elaine from Sheffield. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So more people are coming in. So technically I'm on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn. Oh, well, Terry, maybe we just have to look at your chart and have a look at the exact birth time, and then we'll be able to tell whether you're actually a Capricorn or a Sagittarius sun. So just let me know. If you want to know, I'll be able to figure that out for you. Okay. So, but before we go into the personal readings, I would like to talk about one thing which I think is very helpful, especially if you're like new to astrology, or you have maybe you have some basic knowledge. You've already like looked up your moon sign or your rising sign, or you've been doing this for other, for friends or for family, and it's quite confusing because it's just a lot going on in the chart, right? So I have a really good tip for you to get a quick overview, and also I think many people get a bit confused how the sun and the rising, like how do they interact, like maybe which is more important, or how, yeah, what is what basically. So I've got this little overview here, which we call it the big three, and I think it's an amazing way to just get a quick overview, like in any chart, be that the chart of a birth, be that the chart of an event, like any sort of event really. And you can always look at these three main factors, and you can get a quick overview, you know, about what is going on. So if we can just have a look at this big three chart, can we put this on? It will be easier for you to follow what I'm saying. The only important factor in the chart. In fact, there are some astrologers who believe that the ascendant, your rising sign, that is the sign that you see coming up on the eastern horizon the moment you were born. And many astrologers see that as even more significant than the sun sign, because it's really very, very unique. Like the exact degree of your rising sign is a very unique degree, because it describes your personal interface with the world. This is like the moment you come into the world. So it's this interface is really a very individual thing. I personally believe that they are equally important, and they always have to work together. So just briefly, the ascendant is about our outer persona, is what people first see, like when we step into the room. Okay, so it's also about our physical appearance, like a summary of our physical appearance, like, you know, how we behave, how we talk, how we dress, the physical body, even though that is more precisely described by the second house then. But it's like the first impression that we give, and it's also our individual toolkit, our just automatic, intuitive approach, how we approach the world, how we approach any new challenge, everything. Yeah. So it's very much about our intuitive reactions, and how we interact with others. And so while the sun is like the director, it's pretty much the ascendant that is a bit like the title of the book. You could, I think, possibly call it like the title of the book. Okay. So I remember one of my, I think she was my first astrology teacher, so that was really long time ago, but I remember that very clearly. She said the sun acts on behalf of the ascendant. Okay, so the sun basically has to put into practice, you know, in some way based on the sun's position and sign and house and aspects and everything, what the rising sign, you know, tells us, like as an order, like this is what you need to do. So we were talking about Virgo rising earlier. So Virgo is all about analyzing. It's all about, we need to figure it out, and also we need to adapt. We need to figure out a situation and see how we can best cope with this situation, deal with this situation, you know, find ways how to have the best possible outcome. Virgo is also an energy like probably all earth signs, but Virgo I think is best at just achieving great outcomes with very, very little means. Okay. And it's like it's a minimalist as well, and it's also quite a thrifty sign. It's very economic, loves savings. So I'll just give you just as an example, in my natal chart, I have the sun in Aries, as I said earlier. I have the rising in Virgo. Okay, so as an Aries sun, this is the archetype of the hunter, of the chaser. You know, Aries is about going after what we want, claiming what we want. So and Virgo is all about getting things cheaper or smarter. So basically, Virgo is a bargain sign. So if you just put the two together, you have the bargain on the one hand, and then you've got Aries, the hunter. So what does this Aries hunt? It hunts bargains. And guess what? Ask any of my friends or family, like every single one of them, they will confirm that I am literally the best, most incredible bargain hunter they've ever seen. Yeah, so sometimes astrology can be, it's very descriptive. It's very yeah, it's very straight and very easy what these energies like really represent. Lastly, just quickly about the moon, while the sun is about our conscious self and our conscious actions and decisions, the moon is very much the subconscious, like the dreams. It's our emotional landscapes. It describes how we feel, how we process feelings. It's also the archetype of mother and child. I think especially the moons in water signs, they will have a really strong connection, mother, child, family related, but definitely always in general. Some also say like the moon is like the vessel of the past. It's like it carries the past, so it's also very much about memories and your connection to the past. Very much so also the childhood, when we think about the fourth house in the chart as the area of Cancer, the moon, where we see our information about how we grew up, how we perceived our childhood, and how we interacted with our parents, or anybody that was relevant in our environment. So the moon is also about our daily habits and our daily routines, and very, very important, like the gut responses, right? So like the first, like this gut instinct, not what our logical mind tells us. Oh, like I've read this last week, so I probably should make this decision, like based on this information. Maybe your gut feeling, your first reaction to something or someone approaching you with something new that you have not, that you're not familiar with, and your first response is, I need to be rather careful about this, or I'm not quite sure, or first I need to have to think about it a little bit. Then this will be your moon. This will be your moon making itself known. Okay, so in later shows we're going to go more into sun, moon, all the elements, and how it is all connected. I hope this gave you just a quick overview. If you have a look at these three factors, like the main factors, the big three as we call them, that can give you quick access to a chart, like how someone acts and feels and how they present themselves to the world, basically like how they sell the whole package. Yeah. And I think this is just that applies to any chart, whatever you're looking at. And I think especially as a beginner, it can be quite confusing what to look at. So start with these, and you're good to go. Okay, brilliant. So we can do some reading next. We can look at some of your individual charts and see if I can give you some guidance with, yeah, whatever's like going on, difficult. If you put in your personal information, it will be, other people will be able to see it, but it will be deleted after the show so that people can't access it after that. Okay, so okay, let's have a look at Terry then. Okay, so you have your birth time. Terry, can you also share your place of birth? Is it Manchester? Yeah, because if you have a time, then I also need the place, because then I'll be able to look up the whole charts. Because if you don't have a time, then it doesn't really matter much. Yes, so I've got the, yes, I've got time. I'm already putting it in here. I've got date and time. 1 second. So and very great dimension. Okay, okay. Let's look this up and then we have a look. Okay. Okay, so England berry. So there's several berries, which is a bit confusing. I'll just go with Manchester. That would be just a micro difference. Right, okay. Manchester. Okay, so just a second, and then we see the chart. It's December. Okay, so yeah, that is really on the cusp, it says. Because it varies from year to year, so you can never say unless you really looked it up. Okay, so what in this case I can reveal that your sun is indeed in Sagittarius. Okay, there's almost half a degree to go, though it's full on in Sagittarius. So you are a Sagittarius sun, and you also have a Sagittarius moon, which means you were born roughly a day and a half before a new moon. That new moon will then have happened at the beginning of Capricorn, okay, where you have sun and moon in the same sign. So that's really nice. That's exactly what we need right now. Like a lot of hope, a lot of positivity, and a lot of willingness to just give it your best shot. And even if you have a setback or you feel like you're a bit lost or a bit hopeless, Sagittarius always pulls you up out of the abyss of your own emotions and says, right, we got to keep going. We got to keep going. Yeah, no, you're not really a bit of both. You're just you're full on Sagittarius. You have sun and moon in Sagittarius. Yeah, so there's absolutely no doubt about it. And even if you were born like an hour later or 2 hours later or 3 hours later, you will still have the sun in Sagittarius. Maybe if you're feeling that something is a bit like you have got some different flavor or like an extra flavor to it. if we just look at your core personality, the sun is super close to Neptune. Okay, so Neptune is right at the beginning of Capricorn, the next sign. So you have, although your sun is in Sagittarius, you have a conjunction with Neptune in the next sign. So that gives you like a Pisces touch. So that just heightens spirituality like tenfold, yeah? Or at least like the inclination where you really feel there is so much stuff going on in this world. It is just bottomless. And I'm just feeling intrigued. You know, this is the vibe that Sun Neptune has. I've got a close friend, and she has a Sun Neptune conjunction in Sagittarius, and so you have these signs are both very, very spiritual, and they're very much, because they also have the same ruler classically. Jupiter does not just rule the sign of Sagittarius, but it's also the ancient ruler of Pisces. Yes, yes. You just get, you are very determined, but also Sun Neptune people, they are just extremely, they are guided by their higher guidance. You know, they are, there's this really strong intuition, and this desire to well, sometimes it can also be a bit of escapism. I don't mean this in a way like, you know, you're running off and you want to do drugs or whatever, but it's this is just an ability to really project yourself, like, you know, in your mind, to really shift between different worlds. It really is an amazing, like the dimension, the mental dimensions that Neptune opens up in their case, especially with the Sun in Sagittarius, which is also so, you know, open to the world, and so willing to grow and to have new experience and to look for an adventure. So this is really like very much this is the image of a spiritual seeker, a spiritual seeker, and the moon is even emphasizing that. The moon is also close to Uranus and Mercury, so there is a curiosity that is absolutely mind-blowing. So no stuff is too crazy or too out there. Nothing is off the table there. You're just willing to explore everything. Yeah, so there's this very adventurous vibe, you know, I'm getting here. But 100% Sagittarius Sun, not a Capricorn, extremely strong Sag vibe. However, you have a Scorpio rising, and Saturn is on the ascendant, so that may probably contribute to your, you know, determination. That's probably what, you know, you come across as someone who's, you know, once you make a decision, you cannot be swayed. Nothing is going to sway you. You know, you just know, but right, this is it, and there's a Mars square on top, so I just don't ever question my decision, you know, or I'm going to give you a, you know, very hard time here. This speaks of a lot of determination and a very quick thinking as well, with the Mars in the third house. But I think Scorpio is also a sign that really wants to look behind the curtain. You know, you want to see, you're going to get to the deeper stuff. You're just not satisfied with, you know, that's just tiny bits of information that people want to sell you. You know that there is something else going on, or there's more going on. So and then with Saturn on the ascendant as well, it's like once you have made up your mind, then there's this really 100% determination. It's very tough as well. It's very tough. So as an ability to cope with, even, you know, whatever life throws at you, you can't really back down with this. Scorpio especially, you know, if you come into this world with a Scorpio rising, you understand that everything is a transformative process. And, you know, even whenever something dies, it's so because you need to make room for the new, because it's just necessary for your journey. I think people with strong Scorpio, they are much more willing to accept that you have to let go of things. Things need to die at some point, because otherwise we won't be making, you know, any progress. We won't be getting any further. Yes, I love that. Never budge, 100%. Yeah, make a decision, never budge. But you will definitely take this, because Sagittarius is a sign, very super idealistic sign. So you have to base it on that. You will have to take into account all the obvious, like, logical factors or like intellectual bits of information, but also really ask yourself, do I really feel this, especially with this Neptune? You know, do I really feel like this is a good decision for me? And also, am I, you know, in how much am I being influenced by others outside, because we know all the fire signs, they just love to be their own boss. They love to take their own decisions. They don't like the idea of other people pushing them towards a certain direction or certain attitudes. They just want to make up their own mind. Yeah. Okay, you describe me very well. Oh, thank you. Yes, I hope so. It's quite telling. You also have stuff in Aquarius going on. Actually, my one of my favorite actors, he was born just a week before you. So I know these constellations really, really well. And this the combination of Aquarius and Sagittarius is always looking like, where's the next crazy unusual, I would say, maybe we'll say unusual, where's the next like unusual challenge. When I look at this Venus is like very, very she's very easily ignited when it comes to anything that sounds completely out there. So that is super interesting. Yeah, but strong emphasis on Sagittarius, and rising is Scorpio. And they are both signs within the like the mental, the third quadrant. So it's all about the area of thoughts and ideas, right? And how that manifests. Okay, so now you're Sagittarius now, no more Capricorn. Okay, you may say you're on the cusp, but you're definitely a 100% Sagittarius. All right. Anyone else has a particular question about anything that you need we need some help with, or maybe you are not 100% sure what sign you are, because you just know you're on the cusp, or you've never looked it up. And the star sign columns, they always use like the same lists, but the signs are never exactly the same for every single year. So if you're born on a day between signs, then it's always advisable to look it up, or ask an astrologer to tell you what sign you actually are. Okay. So we've got here, there's Paula. Hello, Paula. About AM. Okay, so I'll just see this coming in. Okay, yeah. So Paula, do you have, oops. Yes, okay, I can see that. Brilliant. Paula, do you have a particular concern right now? Anything particular going on that you would like me to have a quick look at? Then please type in your question. Thank you. What's your birth type? 8 AM. Good. Well, maybe it's a bit difficult to give you a full forecast. I can't do that here, but I will have a look and see what I can gather right now. Okay. Just trying to find. Oh, there's so many Albanese in the US, so I don't want to get the wrong one, because that would not give us the right chart. 8 AM. So 74. Let's see how that works. Okay, takes a second. Right, so hopefully you as an Aries sun as well. One thing I can safely say, this year and the next year, we Aries, we're going to get some great hopefully help. Sometimes Jupiter is not very helpful, but I'm hoping it will bring some help to our sign, because Jupiter will spend the summer of this year, and then roughly the first half of next year in the sign of Aries. So it will bring a lot of energy and hopefully like a boost of positivity and optimism and like this this fresh starter energy to the sign of Aries. Okay, so I've got your chart now. Yeah, so this will be like later next year. You may experience like with Jupiter being in Aries, right? It will also from like the second half of April, is it? Yes, like from the second half of April onwards until probably in summer next year. Jupiter will also be in your 11th house. There is a house of friendships, also of networks, and that is where all your Aries planets are. So maybe you're going to get some new opportunities in that respect. It's also a very future-oriented area where we have our, our hopes and visions and dream for the future are like assembled, and where we try to connect with like-minded people that well, hopefully will can be like a part of our journey. This is why it's like also about friendships. It can also be about business connections, but anybody that is kind of part of your tribe, or like like-minded people, if you have the same course, that doesn't have to be supporting a charity or something. It can be just a hobby, being a fan of something, just your circle of friends. So yeah, you will get stronger. You will definitely, I think, get stronger in that area. Jupiter rules your 7th house. That is everybody that comes into your life. That's the house of encounters, relationships, partnerships. So you may have a very good time meeting new people, connecting with people who bring, especially when Jupiter crosses your Mercury. That will not be until early next year, probably January or February, because it won't get that far the first time around, but next year as well. Like I'm seeing like encounters, like positive encounters, people who bring opportunities, people who bring excitement and inspire you. So I think Jupiter in your case will give you some really strong inspiration. Right now, it's actually squaring your main axis. So you're already getting a whiff of this energy. You're feeling like, I'm getting this vibe of like, when is something great gonna happen? Still like in your 10th house. So you want to make progress like in your life direction. So I think one way to start is just maybe getting your, the people around you. This could also be like even I know people with strong 11th houses, and maybe they just love being like they love running their Facebook groups or something like that, where they just can connect with many people, and these people are interested in the same topics, and you make progress through working together. So I think this is a very positive energy in the 11th house. It looks quite relaxed. So it's still moving through your career sector. It's just hit Saturn there. So maybe you've just had a challenge in your career or in your job, or maybe also like an opportunity. I don't know if you accepted that. I mean, what else is going on here? Moon, Saturn. Yeah, possibly. So there may have been an opportunity to advance, like in your job or your career, or just a general opportunity in life. But maybe you've also felt like you've really like you've hit a snag, or there is some sort of block, and you're feeling a bit like, damn, now I actually got to take some action to overcome this, because I feel like I'm ready, but I'm still maybe just being a bit stubborn there, or maybe I'm a bit scared because I don't know what exactly I should do. So hopefully Jupiter in Aries will bring the courage, because we are courageous people, right? That's this, at least we're known for that. So we should make an effort to act the part and to live up to that expectation. Hopefully Jupiter will bring you some some courage and some aspiration how to proceed for the future. Oh, you had to retire early. Okay, so it's a Saturn issue, and Saturn is, yes, the planet of retreat, retirement. Okay, so but still, maybe then this just also means that you will have a very like more vibrant social life. What I'm getting is the 11th house is all about our social contacts, and so there is going to be an area of activity there. Also, well, Saturn is still going to hit your midheaven. Yeah, I think this also represents the withdrawal from the career. Mind you, other people, they have the same aspects, and they are, you know, at the height of their career maybe, and it means just can mean something entirely different. You know, this is why it's always important to know what is happening in the background, what is the individual life situations, because it can play out in very different ways. Okay, so it could potentially also be someone who's like just being presented with a biggest challenge, but it could potentially make them like, you know, the CEO of the company or something like that. Okay, but so Saturn will go back into your ninth, will stay there for a little while, but stay close to the ascendant. So I think what is going to happen this year and next year is like that, you know, obviously after what has just happened, if you need to like reorganize things, Saturn will try to help you to find a new focus on direction. Maybe also you have to make a few choices about how you want to proceed, but I'm seeing very positive influence, so you will hopefully be able to, even if the situation gets difficult, you know, Paula, it's always good to have Jupiter by your side, because it makes it so much easier to see the positive in every situation. If you can see the positive in every situation, and you know, okay, maybe this is not the way, they're like, it's not the ideal way this is happening right now, but in every situation there is a potential that we can use and get something really good and rewarding out of it. And I think this is what Jupiter will make you aware of. So but Saturn on the midheaven, obviously it will you will feel like the need, so now I need a new like focus in life now. I need, you know, focus and direction. You know, what I want to focus most in my life, what are my main like incentives, or my main no, it's not the right word, like just about goals, really, like new life goals, like there's a redefining of life goals, I think, which is going on. But also you have a rising sign, is Gemini. It's also a very inventive sign, it's very adaptable, it's flexible, it's a very good combination with Aries. Potentially the Scorpio moon there in the 6th house with Neptune on top, feeling a little bit lost right now, because you probably have like all your daily life. I've said it before, the moon is very much about our daily routines, our daily habits, and it's in the house of daily routines and habits and the house of work. So now if this task is like taken away, so there's like a whole rearrangement of circumstances, and finding a new focus, and finding new routines that needs to happen. Okay, that's I think you need to give this a little time, but your general natal constellation is actually pretty good. I think you're going to do a good job rearranging that, and not feeling like now you don't know what to do with yourself or to do with your time, because the influences I'm seeing, they are pushing you to look really. I think even the Jupiter could help you to really actively search for what really gives you joy and what gives you meaning. This is super important. You need something that is very meaningful to you, and that doesn't feel like it has to be, it's all fire energy, so it's all about this fresh spark, and having having a task that you just don't doubt. You just want to go for it. Okay, this is the energy I'm getting. But you do need to give it some time, because there is some readjustment taking place. But Jupiter is also just trying this area, so hopefully it didn't leave you with, you know, too much of a gap in your life, because obviously, again, with Scorpios, like if we have to let go something, even something that's been very, very familiar, there is always something else that can, you know, come into your life. It's always something needs to go. We have to be taking something new in, and you get used to something new. Maybe that's a little bit more difficult with the Scorpio moon, but I'm sure that will work out all right, because I'm seeing you having very good connections there in order to stabilize yourself. Yeah, so hopefully this helps. Don't give up. There is good energy. If you're feeling a bit lost right now, there is fresh inspiration coming. Okay, thank you so much, Paula, and I wish you the best of luck, okay, as a fellow Aries. Thank you. So, anybody else wants me to have a look at their constellations? Do you have any questions? Let's see. Is it the Scorpio moon today? People are being a bit shy. Could be, might be. Like the Scorpio, like to keep everything secret. No, I don't think it's that. Okay, so we have got Rose. I'm a PI. What is a PI? Baby born 13. Okay. Let's have a look at that. Yeah. Yeah, no, we have. No, yeah, okay. Yeah. Can you please specify your date of birth, Rose? Please, can you do that? And Ohio, there's probably plenty of Ohios. I have to. Yes, yes. But there is Ohio City, which is in Ohio. But there's also an Ohio in Australia, New South Wales. So this is potential. Yeah. So we will see. So, well, I definitely need the date of birth, because without date of birth, there's nothing I can look at. Okay, 1970. Do we have it? Hang on, 19. Oh, this is slow. Second. Okay, so do we have a day? Because I can't see a day. Okay. Okay, I'll see that 3:14. What is the 3:14? No, that is strange. No, this is 10:29 p.m. Okay, so yes, 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 but yeah. Okay, okay, because I confused that with the time, because I put that in as 3:14. No, it's 10:29. So okay, so is that in Ohio City then? I have to know, because if it's in Australia, then we got quite a different chart for that. It's not saying. Well, that's potentially difficult then. Yeah. Yeah, but if it's just the state, then if it's just the state of Ohio and not even the city, then obviously we've got no chance. Rose, if you could please specify um Toledo. Okay. So Toledo is the city then, and I must be in. Yes. Let me see. Check it. My program will find it. Okay, there is a tornado in Ohio. We'll go with this. Okay. Brilliant. So, Rose, do you have any particular question? Anything you'd like to know? Any story that is going on? What's happening for you right now? Whilst the chart is being calculated. Okay, there it is. Oh, okay. Jupiter return. Yeah, so I've already seen there's a Jupiter return coming up, second half of April. Jupiter is also about to cross the Sun next month. So that is probably a time of heightened awareness, spiritual awareness, and also a time where really all your creative potential wants to come out. And you're feeling like you're maybe hopefully ready for something big, or for the next big step in your life, which is all about you making a choice and you setting up your own thing and your big vision coming true, or you're finding the right stage where this big vision that you have, that I see here, can play out. And even that can even be on a technically small stage. It's just all about what it means to you individually, right? So this could technically be in your, in something in your basement that, just 3 people see or something. But it must be something that has a big meaning, like something that you feel like this is has the potential to be a strong, like a motivator or like a driving force in your life. I always find it interesting to see combination of Pisces and Aries. They are very different energies. I've got this mixture myself in my chart, so I'm always hopefully I've managed to make like to find a good combination and get the best out of both worlds. But Rose, you have a sun in Pisces and a moon in Aries, also Venus in Aries. So like the way you process your emotions, much more like fiery, and much more expressive than this Pisces. But I see a very strong, like your core energy. We're talking about the core energy. Yeah, okay. Anything that might be going on. Okay, that's exactly what I'm describing right now. Okay, so Rose, you will also get the full-blown Jupiter potential here. Jupiter will be on your sun, on your natal Jupiter, and the next year will also be on your moon and Venus. So there is a lot of like call to action, and you will potentially want to prove yourself on many levels. This is mainly pertains to your house of work, but also your creative area. So Sun, Jupiter, and Pisces in the 5th house is someone very creative, potentially artistic or musical, or there is a potential within you to really do some sort of project. This may also have to do with travel, or just exploring something that is like so fundamental, like probably so fundamental to your life that you would just want to dedicate some time to exploring this topic, like every single day. It's like ongoing. You never put, it's like the book that you can't put down. That's what I'm getting. So you were getting when Jupiter crosses these planets, so especially in April. Yeah, April will be very strong. You will feel, and you can already feel it coming. Jupiter's already very close now to your natal sun, and so it's this excitement, and like some new opportunity, some potential coming up to open up like moving on to the next stage, open a new page in their book, and also getting something about maybe your visibility. So if you're doing something creative, you may choose to just yeah, I said before, like a stage, or just present it, you know, to like a bigger audience. You know, Jupiter likes an audience. So whatever this personally means for you, the area of personal growth in terms of you taking charge of your life, you feeling fully in charge of your life, and being totally inspired to do whatever project you would like to do. Maybe this has been a long-standing dream or something. Yeah, so this is a very positive energy. But also, if you're working, if you have a daily work routine, maybe in a regular job or something, then also next year Jupiter will bring positive energy to that. So there will maybe there'll be some changes for the better, some new energy, feeling, or just feeling in over like a better alignment. Just circumstances in your life or in your work life, could be one or the other or both, changing for the better. It could also just be like there's a lot going on, like a lot of work, a lot of details, a lot of tasks, a lot, you know, just your daily life is going to get really, really busy. The sixth house, the house of Virgo, that's where you get really busy. That's where your Venus and Moon are residing here in your natal chart. And so maybe you will also find some new task at work, or like a task that you choose yourself outside of work, that you just feel like is very fulfilling for you. So what I'm most getting here is like the area of emotional fulfillment and personal fulfillment. That's going to be your main focus. Yeah. So that will continue on until at least for 5 months of next year. So I think it's a positive period, because it's affecting your major constellations. Also, the Venus is your chart ruler, as a Libra rising, so will certainly give you new impulses. Also, in terms of maybe presenting yourself, or maybe connecting with people that you haven't been able to connect with before, like having more of a voice, having more visibility, being able to present yourself in a better life, and also having confidence. So hopefully Jupiter on your sun in April will also give you a boost of confidence. So you're not shy Pisces. Of course, we never talk about these, no, the shy Pisces. But it's certainly normally not a sign that is just so ready to step into the spotlight, right? But your sun is in the fifth house. That's some sort of spotlight there, whatever that means to you personally, where, you know, you show off your skills, or you show who you are and what you've got. So there is like a boost of confidence that wants to lead you to greater fulfillment. Yeah, hopefully this is a good message. And I wish you the best of luck. Jupiter is the planet of fortune, as we call it. So hopefully it will give you your fair share of that until probably middle of next year. Thank you very much, Rose. Okay, it has everything to do with your spiritual side. Okay, yeah, brilliant. So this is super spiritual sun, as before, like, you know, Terry, who has a Sagittarius sun conjunct Neptune. This is almost the other way around. This is a Pisces sun conjunct Jupiter. It's a very, very similar vibe. It's someone who's very interested in exploring spirituality and exploring all there is to know. This is like a thirst for wisdom. So maybe you will find like a new topic where you can really learn a lot about, or even just really practice it yourself, because the fifth house is all about also our own action. So we want to be actively involved and not just be like a passive, like kind of consumer. So yeah, hopefully you have maybe like you find a stage in that, you know, spiritual respect, maybe, well, you can also present some of your knowledge or your wisdom or pass it on to someone, and have a great experience and have a great exchange in terms of spiritual wisdom, because Sun, Pisces, Neptune, again, just as in Terry's horoscope, is all about this spiritual wisdom that wants to be explored. So that's, I think then Jupiter is very good news for you. Very good news for you. Okay. So, and then we have one more here. Thanks again, Rose. And good luck to you. Okay. So I put in these data. Okay. So what's your question? Will I be successful? Okay, for my own business. Oracle card readings. Okay, that's a very good question. I hope I can give you some advice with that. Let's double check the data. 63. And here we go. Okay. So is this something you have just recently started, or are you planning to start it, or what is the current status? Okay. Okay, so we have almost the same situation. I have another Sun Pisces, sorry, Pisces Sun, Sun in Pisces, conjunct Jupiter. In the 9th house, near the midheaven, Jupiter is crossing. We'll be on the midheaven over the summer. Yes, it's going to be a success. That was an easy one. That is very clear. That is very clear. You're gearing up now. Yeah, you're totally gearing up for this. You're totally inspired. This is totally your thing. Spirituality, and you also have, because it's not very often that you have an Aries midheaven with like Cancer rising. That's literally like on the last degree there. You also have the ability to come across with a lot more, you know, dynamic energy in terms of you know, how you present yourself, especially, you know, if you do your own business and you're responsible for, you know, everything in your business, like your whole setup, like really, as opposed to, you know, someone doing a job as an employee. So yeah, you're gonna get a fantastic Jupiter. I think you should see some early signs of success very soon. At least there is nowhere, there's no indicator that this is going to be dropped anytime soon. So Jupiter is approaching now, and your big time of revelation will also be April, especially second half of April. Okay. Second half of April, and then Jupiter will be in your house of career the whole summer, and it will be transiting back and forth and then over your Sun again. So you're gonna have, there is a process there, but it's this is super success oriented. Yeah. And the thing with Jupiter is if you stay motivated and convinced that I can see that's just one look at this, you know, also Cancer rising, Moon in Capricorn in the 6th. So you're willing to put in the hard work as well. There's absolutely no doubt about this, you know. So you are laboring, or you have been laboring pretty hard. And Jupiter has already sextiled your Moon here. So I think you've had like probably little problem setting everything up, and you have paid attention to all, like, all the details of the process. You've been like, you've done your profound planning and all of that, so you have a solid foundation. So right now I see absolutely nothing to worry about. So because you take it seriously, you're motivated, you have the spiritual driving force right behind you, your spiritual house very strong. So I think this is definitely the right path. Yes, calm planning. Moon in Capricorn is very calm. It's not very poised. It's like all about, okay, what do we need to sort out? What are all the factors I need to take into account? Have a solid setup. No like surprises there. There's also beautiful Pluto trine. So I think probably even everything technical, whatever, if you're doing live readings or that sort of thing, yeah, or if you're seeing people in person, I think you have really considered every single detail. You have you know exactly what you want to achieve. You have a very strong mental focus. You're convinced. I see absolutely nothing going wrong with this. Okay, and I think this Jupiter will push it. It's in your house of career, so I feel that this is exactly the right path for you. And funnily enough, Jupiter also rules your sixth house of work, so I think this is probably something that you're meant to be doing. Yeah, something you're meant to be doing. You'll probably be able to really motivate and inspire people, and people will turn to you because they will feel this energy, this strong Jupiter that you project out, and they will come to you looking for guidance and looking for some like light at the end of the tunnel, some sort of, something that will keep them going. And I think it's beautiful because you also have the honesty behind that, and you have the empathy and the intuition. So I see everything is there. Yeah. So yeah, I think I can see absolutely nothing wrong. I just see yes, 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 and it looks great. So hopefully that helps. And I wish you best of luck, and just yeah, keep going. I think you have a lot of motivation in April, and then definitely over the summer as well. And you should see some good positive feedback and results. And you're certainly not going to drop this anytime soon. No, I can't see it. Okay, this is going to be your work now. This is going to be your job now, and you take it seriously. Okay. Okay. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's it for today. Yes, so we have some yes, is that for tonight? It's all tonight. So tonight 8 p.m. Deb Clark is on again, chatting with spirit. She'll be doing mediumship readings tonight 8 p.m. No, tomorrow. It's tomorrow from 8 p.m. I'm sorry. Oh, it says tonight. Okay, so it's okay. So it's tonight from 8 p.m. About that. Okay. And tomorrow evening at 6 p.m., the Lovetarian Way is back with Natalia. And she will help you discover how to create the best life you can live. That's tomorrow night. Okay. And tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we have different readers every week, so I don't know who is coming on. There's Life with Spirit, Gilly Anderson. Okay, Life with Spirit tomorrow night from 8. Be on SPTV UK. So, okay, the psychic art. Oh, that sounds really interesting. It sounds really interesting. Life with Spirit. And we've got one more. So this is for Saturday, 11th June, from 10 a.m. to 4:30. Is this like a holistic, or is it a full event or something? Mind body holistic fair with different stalls, spiritual healing, some professional readers, free workshops and talks, and obviously refreshments being offered. Saturday, 11th June. Yeah, so I would like to thank everybody who joined, everybody who tuned in today. Of course, everybody also who's watching later. I hope you enjoyed these readings as well. If you need any further guidance in your particular situation, I am always available for one-on-one bookings, and you can always just contact me also, that just with any questions, like just to have a chat and maybe find out what kind of help or guidance you need, what your situation is about, and if I can help you with that. So you can also go to my website, you see it here, that will give you all the information about how I work, what I offer, and yeah, what I can help you with. And so you can always contact me through that website as well, or you can direct contact me on mirjam@planet.ms. And if you want to check out my YouTube channel, I also got a YouTube channel where I do regular updates about any topical stuff. I've got some political stuff on there, celebrities, and from politics, from sports and entertainment, and we have some fun looking at what is going on in their lives and how this in order to give you some practical, like for those of you who want to learn astrology, want to go deeper to see how it actually works, how to actually interpret a chart. So if you want to check out that channel, it's called Practical Astrology for You, and hopefully I will see you there soon. And again, if you need any personal help, I'm always available for one-on-one readings. Just give me a shout, okay? So I wish you all a lovely week. It's been incredible spring weather for the past 2 or 3 days. So hopefully wherever you are, you'll be able to get a bit of that as well. And I will see you again in 2 weeks' time. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. All the best.